Before we begin, please take 1 second to support this video by liking it, because stories like this take time, research, and care to put together. And if you enjoy deep celebrity breakdowns, podcast drama, and internet culture stories, make sure you subscribe. Now let's talk about Alix Cooper. At one point, Alix Cooper was not just another podcaster. She was everywhere. Her name was connected to huge deals, famous guests, viral clips, and one of the biggest podcast brands on the internet. She had money, she had fame, she had power. But then something changed. The same audience that once called her funny started calling her out. The same internet that helped build her career started questioning everything about her. Her friendships, her interviews, her business moves, her network, and even the way she treated other women all became part of one massive online conversation. So what really happened? How did a woman once seen as the future of podcasting become one of the most criticized media figures online? This is not just a story about a podcast. This is a story about fame, loyalty, ego, money, controversy, and what happens when the internet decides your image no longer matches your reality. Alix Cooper's story begins like many modern internet success stories. She moved to New York, trying to build a life. She was working in advertising and sales, trying to make money, trying to find her place, and probably trying to figure out what her big break would be. Then came podcasting. Around that time, podcasts were exploding. Everyone wanted a microphone. Everyone wanted a brand. Everyone wanted to sit down, talk freely, and build an audience. Alix saw the opportunity. In 2018, she started Call Her Daddy with her then roommate, Sofia Franklyn. At first, it felt different. It was loud, bold, messy, funny, and shocking. It gave young women a space where they could talk openly without feeling judged. The chemistry between Alix and Sofia was the magic. They felt like two best friends talking in a room, saying the things people were thinking but were too afraid to say. That is why people connected. Not because it was perfect. Not because it was polished. But because it felt real. And very quickly, the podcast became huge. Only 1 month after launching, Barstool Sports picked it up. Suddenly, Alix and Sofia were not just two girls with a podcast. They were becoming a brand. The audience grew, the jokes spread, the clips traveled. People started repeating their phrases in real life. For a while, it looked like nothing could stop them. But behind the fun, trouble was building. In 2020, the podcast suddenly went silent. No new episodes. No real explanation. Fans were confused. The internet began guessing. Was it Barstool? Was it money? Was it Alix? Was it Sofia? Then the business drama came out. According to the transcript, the situation involved contract disputes, money, ownership, and disagreements about the future of the show. Alix reportedly wanted to accept a deal, while Sofia wanted something different. And that was the turning point. Because once the dust settled, Sofia was gone. Alix stayed. And Call Her Daddy became Alix Cooper's show. For some fans, this was the beginning of the end. Because the podcast did not just lose a co-host. It lost the energy that made it special. The friendship dynamic disappeared. The messy best friend feeling disappeared. The original spark changed. Alix tried to move forward by bringing in celebrity guests. Big names, famous faces, huge interviews. On paper, that sounds like growth. But for many viewers, it exposed a new problem. People started saying Alix was not a strong interviewer. They felt she asked surface-level questions. They felt she did not follow up properly. They felt emotional moments were sometimes rushed past instead of explored. And that became one of the biggest criticisms of her career. Because when you sit across from major celebrities, the audience expects something deeper. They want honesty. They want real emotion. They want questions that open a door, not questions that just create clips. But critics felt Alix was chasing moments instead of meaning. That criticism followed her everywhere. People online began mocking her interview style. Some said she repeated the same phrases too often. Others said she seemed more interested in sounding excited than actually listening. And slowly, the image changed. Alix was no longer just the funny podcast girl. She became, in the eyes of critics, someone who had turned vulnerability into content. Then came the Unwell Network. In 2023, Alix launched this new brand as a way to expand her media empire. The idea was clear: bring in younger creators, reach Gen Z, and build something bigger than call her daddy. One of the biggest names connected to the network was Alix Earle. At first, it looked like a smart move. Alix Earle had a strong fan base. She was popular online. She had personality, influence, and momentum. But then rumors started. Fans noticed things. People asked questions. Why was Alix missing from certain events? Why did her podcast suddenly pause? Why did the situation feel so uncomfortable? When Alix announced she had to pause podcasting, people immediately became suspicious. And Alex Cooper's response did not calm the internet. Instead, it made things worse. People began comparing the situation to Sofia all over again. The question became simple. Was history repeating itself? Was Alex Cooper, once again, involved in a business relationship that ended badly? Whether fair or not, the internet had already created a pattern in its mind. Sofia first, Alix next. And once people believe there is a pattern, it becomes very hard to change the story. Then more drama entered the picture. Brianna Chickenfree got pulled into the conversation. Dave Portnoy reacted. Public posts, comments, and accusations started flying around. Instead of looking like a professional media empire, the whole situation started looking like a messy group chat happening in public. And for Alex Cooper, that was dangerous, because her brand depends on trust. If people trust you, they watch your interviews. If people trust you, they believe your emotional moments. If people trust you, they support your business moves. But once people start thinking you are calculated, cold, or opportunistic, every move gets judged differently. Even silence looks suspicious. Even a simple post looks strategic. Even a business decision looks personal. That is exactly what seemed to happen here. Then came another controversy from the past. According to the transcript, Lauren Burnham spoke about old call her daddy comments involving her baby. The remarks were described as deeply inappropriate by critics, and many people online felt disturbed by them. This added another layer to the backlash. Because now the criticism was not only about business, it was about character. People were asking, was this comedy or was it cruelty? Was this edgy humor or was it going too far? And that is one of the hardest questions for any internet celebrity to face. Because jokes age, audiences change. What some people laughed at years ago may look shocking later. And when old clips come back, they do not return quietly. They return like evidence. For Alix, all these issues began stacking on top of each other. The Sofia split, the interview criticism, the Unwell drama, the Alix Earle tension, the Brianna situation, the old comments, the complaints about her brand. All of it created one big story. The internet was no longer seeing Alix Cooper as the underdog who made it. They were seeing her as the powerful person at the center of repeated controversies. And that is a very different role. When you are the underdog, people defend you. When you are powerful, people investigate you. When you are successful, people expect better from you. And when you make millions, people stop giving you beginner-level forgiveness. That may be the biggest issue Alix faces now. People do not see her as a learning creator anymore. They see her as a media boss, a businesswoman, a millionaire, a person with influence. So when she makes mistakes, the audience expects accountability, not excuses. Still, it is important to understand something. Alix Cooper is not finished in a financial sense. She still has a huge platform. She still has major deals. She still has access to celebrities. She still has name recognition. But reputation is different from money. You can have money and still lose public trust. You can have fame and still lose respect. You can have success and still lose the emotional connection that made people care in the first place. That is the real downfall people are talking about. Not that Alix Cooper will disappear tomorrow, but that the version of Alix Cooper people once loved may already be gone. The old call her daddy felt like two friends laughing together. The new version, according to critics, feels like a business machine. And once something starts feeling like a machine, people stop feeling emotionally connected to it. That is why this story matters. Because it shows how fast the internet can build someone up, and how fast it can turn around when the story changes. Alix Cooper mastered attention. But now, that same attention is focused on her mistakes. And the question is no longer, how big can she become? The question is, can she rebuild trust before the audience fully walks away? Alix Cooper's journey is one of the most interesting stories in modern podcasting. She started with a bold idea, built a massive audience, signed huge deals, and became one of the biggest names in the industry. But success did not protect her from criticism. In fact, success made the criticism louder. Her story is a reminder that fame is not just about getting people to watch you. It is about giving them a reason to keep believing in you. And right now, many people are questioning whether Alix Cooper still deserves that belief. Maybe she can fix it. Maybe she can grow. Maybe she can become a better interviewer, a better leader, and a more careful public figure. But one thing is clear. The internet is watching. And this time, it is not just watching her guests. It is watching her. What do you think? Is Alix Cooper being unfairly targeted? Or is this the result of years of bad decisions finally catching up to her? Comment your thoughts below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next deep dive. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.